G'day guys, Jeff here, and this is a tank domination. The ability to kick ass in a heavy vehicle. A lot of subscribers have actually said that they feel like they suicide or kamikaze a vehicle, especially a heavy. So considering that I'm now platinum on the heavy vehicles, I'm in a position to provide some tips hopefully. So with tanks, especially when you're defending like this, it's about using your environment, as you can see I'm doing with the rocks, and I'm ranging the targets as they are coming in. The only way that I can get to range them, however, is that people on my team are heavily spotting. We have an engineer and we have a recon guy. So they're doing a lot of the frontline work in spotting, and that allows me to range it in. This little bugger, an engineer, rides past me. If we check the minimap, I could see that he looped around and my gunner wasn't tracking him at the time. So as I see him come back around, I then start legging it in reverse because I want to shoot him or the mines that he drops. It looked like he had a standard issue engineer's rifle, so I expect that he had mines. So I aim for them or the mines to destroy the engineer. It's just about keeping an eye out on your minimap of what's around you. Even without the electronics package, you will pick up the ones that are very close to you. Right now it's about target opportunity. I mean, obviously the heavy vehicles are the ones I'm after, and as the mortar strike comes in, I leg it in reverse. So in order to do that, I make sure I position the tank so that I can reverse quickly. A lot of people, right here I've reversed on a bit of a hill, but I still had a long way that I could reverse quickly to get out of the mortar strike. Many times the tank can't go anywhere, and that's how they die with the mortar strike as well. Back in the action here, I've ranged this target and got a hit on it. And now that I've actually ranged it in, I can reverse and use that to my advantage so that they have a harder time ranging me in. But I can at least get another shot into them, giving me the upper advantage. And in that case, he didn't get to touch me at all. So think about positioning the tank so you always have a high-speed reverse option. That's for mortars, C4 or mines. When you're in a tank as well, obviously the main threats versus opportunity kills. The main threats are the tank, especially in this, because if you actually have two tanks attacking in unison on this map, as the attackers obviously, you can take out the Alpha MCON station in under 90 seconds. I've seen it done, I do it all the time. Hopefully if the squad I play with often and myself can get a tank, we'll show you how that's done. UAV is obviously a real pain in the ass for a tank, so you want to have it spotted and taken out. Usually the recon guy with the M95 is the one to call to for that. The engineer is shooting at it, it's kind of piss weak, so it's pretty hard to do when they're at altitude. So as you can see, we've made quite a few kills, and I've got a fairly good range in for the target of where we're getting them spotted, and I'm making the kills. The kills are swapping between the engineer on my team putting a shot into the tank and then I finish it off, and vice versa. A couple of times you'll see that I put a shot into the tank and our engineer finishes it off. So that's, an engineer at the front line actually can do wonders as well for someone in a tank. Not only for the repair if they're close enough, but to also spot and damage the vehicle. Now I'm an engineer as well, as you might have seen, and here is another example of reversing while aimed in. I think my engineer got the engineer on the hill on the left, got the first hit in, that allowed me to finish. And here's just using an example of where people might hide and whatnot. Now the tower that's in the distance on the left, you can't see it on screen at the moment, but I'm also keeping an eye on that for a sniper to pop up with the mortar strike, because that's the popular location. Hopefully my recon guy is covering the right hand hill area, because he's positioned on the far right hand side. And there's an example of where I reversed into a hill, and even though I'm being repaired, because that was a single engineer repair opportunity, the next mortar strike comes, I can't reverse quick enough, and I know I can't, so without even trying I get out of there. I know it's useless. However, soon afterwards I actually died from the second mortar strike coming in, so let's jump in another tank. The external view here actually gives me the field of view advantage, just so I can take in the battlefield and what's happening, but I quite quickly go back to the main scope. Here's a good example of how I'm using the environment to position the tank so I can get the line of sight of where those tanks might be coming. And as you'll see coming up, I actually use part of the environment to shoot at the targets and damage them for my engineers to finish off. There's my gunner just doing some work there. So I'm getting a lot of messages about vehicles, so I'm going to bring a vehicle series to you. The next one will be on the helicopter gunner, and then I'll move to helicopter piloting. I think private matches are the best for learning how to do helicopter piloting, but perhaps I will bring some tips. So here's the continuing of using the environment. That tank I feel is not a threat, so I actually take a shot at the potential snipers because they're far out in the distance in a common area there. Managed to get a kill without getting hurt too much. I think it's also a good tactic to, if you have a teammate tank up ahead, if you want to get better at the tank, I mean it's common sense, but probably stay back about as far as I am as well, so that when your squad actually, or someone in your squad targets them, you then have the opportunity as well to complete the kill. Here's just taking a ranged shot, because from this distance I'm fairly accurate at times of hitting the tanks as they're spawned in. So you might want to give that a go as well at some point. That was especially good if you can get that happening in a private match if you have enough people. Actually, I don't think you can get it in a private match because you don't get this zone in rush, but let me know. Video's coming to end soon. We're hurt here. We're hurt enough that I want to reverse again and get out for the repair as well. Just obviously speed that up. And we do get the repair, and as I jump back in, we get hit quite quickly from the side, and then when my engineer jumps out, someone at that moment jumps in the driver's seat. Now I don't agree with staying in there. I mean, you can do it, but you're at a disadvantage because you can't communicate, and I think that's important, so I'll just let it be. Anyway guys, that's the tank video. Hopefully you picked up some things that you want to give a go, and until next time, I will see you. I ended that match with quite a lot of tank kills and 12-3. Anyway guys, till next time, see you.